it really comes to my attention that in your website, in the communication of your career, there's a lot of approaches to organizations and concepts like Dance for Life, like Amnesty, like International Amnesty, even Red Cross, Greenpeace. So how do you really collaborate with them or support them?
Well, very obviously, it's like one thing is, like, to be a general supporter for something, like Amnesty International. You can, well, in my position, I cannot be much more than just like a, let's say, representative. With Dance for Life, as an example, I'm an ambassador. I'm, with them when they have, certain events. I just finished a special remix for them for their new compilation that's coming out in order to actually raise awareness for the project. These are all things I'm doing. Then there's another project called Akanksha in India that I support, which is, because of the distance, mostly a financial support, but also I see it as my responsibility to talk about the things that are wrong there and make people aware of it. And with that knowledge came another project that I founded together with people from the Red Cross in Berlin. It's called Rückenwind, and we support kids from a rather unfortunate family background. And that sees some very intense involvement in terms of the strategic layout, what we're doing. Of course, it's all privately financed too. But it is also in terms of, because it is in Berlin and I'm much closer to the thing and I see what's going on, that there is much more strategic input into the whole thing. And we plan a lot of like trips for the kids, so they see and experience things. And we have a lot of different classes. Like for the small kids, we have little dance classes, so the whole motoric system actually is getting more skillful, as much as computer classes for the older ones that we take care of.
You have a very successful residency in Amnesia every summer. So maybe you can tell us something that's gonna happen, something special that's gonna happen this summer down there in the Green parties.
Well, very obviously, it's it's very special in itself. First of all, it's like it is Ibiza, which is a melting pot in the summer of all different cultures, and especially Cream at Amnesia. When I play there, it is the most international event you can imagine. People from all over the world, regardless of what their religion is, regardless of where they're coming from, they're there together, have a very friendly, peaceful time together, and that's that's the ultimate impact you can have with that music. People, spending time with, people they usually wouldn't. And I think this is something, that sort of definitely can generate like a more peaceful thinking of solving issues. And, that's something that I really enjoy. On the other hand, it's all about having a good time. And, with the volume release, we also have new remixes of some of my classics. So you're going to see a lot of that stuff, obviously. And since it's all about having a good time, this is what we're going for.
You're taking very seriously the internet tool, because I saw some contest about remixing your tracks, some contest about guys that can have the chance to be with you in parties around the world. So what do you think about internet as a tool for promotion and the social networks like High Five, Facebook, YouTube, all these kind of things?
Obviously, at the end of the day, it always is an element of promotion, but I don't see it as such. I see it as a communication tool. I see it as a communication tool between people that actually would otherwise not being able to connect. It doesn't really matter if you live in Meridia or Mexico City or in New York or Berlin or London. When you have a good track, you can actually send it out and you will find your audience if people like it. And that's something that I believe is like, the big positive point about the internet. And then of course, giving something back through the internet, with those competitions, giving young talents the opportunity to remix one of my tracks and create awareness for their own material is something where we give back. Creating a competition where people can fly and see other places and see me somewhere is something giving back. And this is what I see it like. And the thing is, I have to say as well, it's like we have an amazing team of people who's like helping with that, and and they do a great job, very obviously, and that's good.
Well, Paul, thank you very much. This is for a whole Latin America TV show, and of course, Latin America always been the home of Paul Van Dyk. So, what can you tell them to Latin American crowd?
Muchas gracias. First of all, that's the only thing I can say in Spanish, and thank you very much for all the support throughout all the years, and I continue doing as good as I anyhow can and to come back. Thank you. Hello, I'm Paul Van Dyk and you're watching Electronic Meeting Point.